And then I married a late person, like I said, and it's an issue. This week, we were heading to yoga, which is why I look excellent and feel excellent. I yearn for the day that doesn't get a laugh. I'm not even sure why we're laughing, but I'll go with it. So, we're heading to yoga. My wife says, wait for me, I'm not ready, which is silly, because you don't have to be ready for yoga, because all it is trying not to fart while stretching. And that's my life already without the stretching. And clearly I don't belong in yoga. It wasn't designed for male humans, and you can tell when the instructor says, I want you to reach your hand back towards your bra strap and then lift up your leg unless you're on your period. I'm like, I'm pretty sure none of that applies to me. I've only had my period once, and I'm not even sure that's what that was. Some of the poses are outrageous. The other day, the instructor goes, I want you to push your chest into the mat and your butt in the air, and then pull up the front of your mat like a slut. I was like, all right. You know, you try to be a team player. I was like, I'm a bad girl. Like, I'm a yoga slut down on my luck, trying to forge a mind-body connection. And then she goes, that's right, pull up the front of your mat like a sled. Minor adjustment. Let me just close my butt. So my wife says, wait for me, I'm not ready. And I held my ground. I go, I'm not gonna wait for you because you're a late person. I'm an on-time person. I don't want that entering into our marriage because I feel like it's going really well so far. Try to put a positive spin on it. And she goes, fine. Passive-aggressive, classic for late people. And then she says, save a mat next to your mat for me in class. I said, Chloe, I'm not gonna do that because I have more allegiance to my fellow on-time people than I do to you, my own wife. And that didn't go well. And so I felt bad, and then I get to class and I put down my mat, then I put down a mat next to my mat for my wife. And this woman comes up, she goes, do you mind if I put my mat right here? I was like, no, actually, my wife is having so much fun. Sometimes I'm so polite, I don't even finish sentences. This other woman comes up, she goes, I was like, we were like deferent whales, which is another pose I'm working on. Class fills up 100% full, wall-to-wall sluts. Except for the empty mat next to my mat, because my wife decided arbitrarily she just wasn't gonna come to class that day. I know! The ultimate layperson move! Absence! Class ends, empty mat. All the people are gonna assume is that my wife is dead. Or that I've invented the fictional concept of having a wife so I can have this weird double-wide super mat. The most selfish possible move in the most socialist of exercises. And this woman comes up, she says, I hope your wife is okay. Which is the yoga way of saying, we hate you. But that's just my side of the story. In fairness to my wife, if she were here tonight, she'd be like, yeah, but you're not telling them. And I'd be like, excuse me, ma'am, there's a show going on. She'd be escorted out of the building. I've done it before, I'll do it again.